And we are live, guys! Welcome to yet another live stream for Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling, and today I want to talk about the awesomeness of procrastination. Of course, it's not the procrastination that we're all dealing with, but it's the procrastination that it's the professional procrastination, if I can call it that. It's the rational procrastination. It's the procrastination from putting off things that you're emotionally going to do. Okay, like there are some decisions in life that we make because of our emotional states. Emotions is wrapped up into it, and then that emotion will probably disappear over time. What am I talking about? Let's say some things that you should definitely procrastinate. One thing that you should procrastinate is women, girls. I've spoken about it before, I'll speak about it again. It's a complete waste of time. It's not really going to give you anything because what you want is depth, right? You don't want just those shallow relationships that really don't give you much and that don't, like, after you've had experiences with those women, maybe they like, just put it off, okay? Literally, seriously, procrastinate you hooking up with women so that you can be with the one that you want forever with massive depth when you know what you're doing. Okay, very often people don't know what they're doing in the girls department. Okay, and I'm not talking about how to get a girl in bed. I'm talking about how to keep the woman of your dreams forever. When you start out in your life, you have no idea what you're doing. And I wish I would have waited, okay? If I would have been wise, I would have procrastinated that decision of getting involved. But no, like when I was 21, 22, 23, I was massively wanting to get married. Complete waste of time if your finances is not already properly in place and your foundational understanding of women is put in stone. Okay, it's gonna put you back 5 years to 10 years. It's basically putting you in emotional debt because you've got to basically take care of this woman for a long time. Okay, once you get hooked, married, or you move in with a woman and you have kids, then it becomes way more harder to achieve your dreams, and you're taking away her dreams at the same time because you weren't ready. Alright, I'm not saying that I regret anything because I love my wife and I love my kids, but I'm preparing the next generation, okay? Be more wise than I have been so that you can get the life that you want faster. And then when you're ready, man, it can be amazing. It can be beautiful. Family relationships is really what it's all about. But you've got to be wise about it. You don't make emotional decisions. And when you're in love, that's an emotional decision. It's not something that you're like, you know what, right now it would be very, very wise for me to get married. No. You set your finances straight, cut your expenses, and then set a massive limit to what your expenses should be once you get married, and you never go above it. And you make sure that you make more money and you keep increasing that income while you're married. Do not ever let your expenses go above your income. That's just the way it is. And number two, I would say in terms of procrastinating buying a house. To be honest, I would rather procrastinate buying a house and using that money, that equity that you've built up to buy a house in order to build businesses. Okay, this is for a few selection of people who actually want to get rich, who actually want to make a huge difference in the world and not just small dabbles at being a good person. I'm talking about people who want to revolutionize the world in terms of goodness, in terms of helping people, in terms of the mindsets that the world has. Okay, if you want to participate in revolutionizing the world in a positive manner, you've got to have the capital and you've got to have the money. People say that you throw out money out the window when you're renting. In my opinion, I would use that money that I've saved up to buy a house and then find ways to massively increase the percentage, like in terms of like return on investment, than buying a house. And if you're gonna buy a house, then buy a house or an apartment to rent it out, not for you to live in it yourself, unless the renting out covers the expense of you living there. Okay, one of my friends wants to buy a house, fantastic, great, that has 3 parts, or actually that has 4 parts, and he's going to rent out the 3 parts of the house, and then he's going to live in one of them, right? And that would cover the expenses for that house, so that he can live there basically for free. That's a wise investment, okay? If he's got the capital for it and he's not getting into debt, into like, you understand what I mean. In terms of getting in debt right now, can be wise if you secure the interest rate at what it's at right now. The point of this video is procrastinate the emotional things. Buying a house very often is emotional, especially if you're doing it with a woman, right? Because she really wants this house, and waste of time. Same with the car. Stop it, okay? Don't buy cars with debt. It's not worth it. What you need to do is to procrastinate buying the car until you can buy it in cash. Okay? It's no use doing that. And once you buy it in cash, I'm not sure if you're actually going to even buy it in cash, the fancy car that you want, because it's not like giving away 100,000 or 200,000 or whatever it is in kroners for that car. You're going to be like, I don't know. And instead, you're going to buy the cheap car that's going to give you financial joy forever and ever. Because you want your assets, you want your return on investment, you want your luxuries to come from what you've saved up, what you've created with your mind, not from emotional decisions of I want it right now. Get rid of I want it right now. Use procrastination to set your life up forever. And you'll be grateful to me for what I've said in this video. This is the Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. I'll see you again tomorrow.